30 times, the secretary bird kicked the vicious King Cobra's head in revenge animal fight. Only birds search for food on foot in the world of terrestrial birds of prey. The prey is being slowly dissected in this instance by an Egyptian cobra. In every snake hunt, it may be argued that the secretary bird is nature's hot killer. When the snake is totally certain that his prey is dead, secretary birds begin to eat it. Which animal will prevail in the conflict between snakes and eagles? Two adversaries will hurry to engage in vicious combat. When the snake bit the eagle in the face, the struggle became much more heated. The eagle appeared to have lost in the skies, but unexpectedly sprung up and took off. Secretary birds prefer grasslands and savannas versus woods and thick undergrowth, which can make it difficult for them to survive while fleeing. The majority of secretary birds are ground-dwelling creatures that seek their food while moving or sprinting. This exotic bird eats primarily snakes and small dangerous lizards as its major sources of protein. Secretary birds are capable of flight, but they must first cover a significant amount of ground when pursuing prey before taking flight. They will strike the deadly snake directly in the head with their stilt legs, which will swing back and forth. A snake attack on the body of this bird is also prevented by the length of its legs. Eagles will kill and eat snakes whenever they get the chance. Snakes are well-equipped predators in their own right, so an eagle on a hunt is bound to be cautious with its approach. Here, an eagle stands close to a green snake. The snake senses the danger and attempts to strike the larger adversary, but the raptor is watching. Using its talons, the bird grabs the snake by the neck, cutting off any resistance. Another predator that specializes in killing and eating snakes is the snake eagle. Their diet revolves mainly around the slithering reptile. A snake eagle successfully catches its target on the road. There, the predator proceeds to eat the reptile alive, ripping apart the snake's skin to get to its soft insides. The bird tears it apart and feasts on it. Eagles have quite an extensive diet. They feed on insects, squirrels, reptiles, and other birds. In a battle between an eagle and a snake, the eagle grabs the snake by its tail in an effort to protect itself. The snake attempts to get at its attacker. However, the bird is nimble and avoids the reptile's strikes. A turkey pulls over to the side of the road and eats what looks like a snake. It won't take long before the snake is fully deceased though. The turkey clearly seems to be having fun, and it is giving the snake the trip of a lifetime. When this female came across a gopher snake, she received more than she bargained for. The bloated male turkey, who doesn't seem to care about the snake or the female's posture, is even hilarious. This turkey kills a rattlesnake and starts devouring its flesh. I had no clue turkeys were so fond of eating snakes after they kill them. Did you ever wonder how a praying mantis would match up against a snake? Well, watch the snake try to attack this mantis and see what happens. The mantis waits for the right moment and then grabs onto the snake before biting into the flesh. The snake is unable to move as it is clutched by the mantis' raptorial legs, and the mantis keeps on biting. It is basically eating the snake alive. In this next sequence, you can see the mantis' modus operandi is always the same when confronted with a snake. It charges the snake and then holds it down with its raptorial legs and begins to chew on it, and there is nothing the snake can do about it. I never thought I would see a snake so defenseless, especially against a small insect. They can do nothing but battle because they are confined in a little dish. The fight appears to be evenly balanced, and as the video closes, there is still no apparent victor. When a second snake and mantis are placed into the aquarium, a mantis and snake's ongoing wrestling match becomes even more stunning. Along the process, the mantises lose a few limbs, and after the snakes are taken out, the two companions reveal to us that they were never pals by attacking one another. This mantis ambushes a snake, holds it down with its raptorial legs, then bites into it and slowly rips flesh from the snake's body. One mantis becomes meal for the other. Everyone knows how tough hyenas are, but this python has just finished killing one and is now swallowing it whole. This is the first time I've seen a python swallow a hyena in this manner. This is completely insane. A family of wild boars goes on a trip in a swamp, but they come across a hungry python instead of their long-lost cousin. It's astonishing that the boars don't run when the python gets that near to them. For some reason, they continue to linger, but the snake ignores them until it snatches one and coils around it. The boar squeals till it passes away when this occurs. A goat is dragged out of the woods by this snake, which then starts to eat it. The goat has already passed away, perhaps as a result of the snake bite. Think about how long this snake is. It begins consuming the goat in its entirety in the water. An attack by a python on a monitor lizard. It's not apparent what happens once the snake starts to eat the lizard. This black and white movie features a combat between a python and a tiger. The snake tries to encircle the cat, but the tiger's strong jaws crush the snake's body. In spite of this, the snake succeeds in encircling the tiger. Just when you thought the tiger was going to triumph, it now seems the snake will. Don't rely on my word alone though. The reason why these two pythons are battling is because they both want to devour a rodent that has gotten stuck between them. The snakes are both interested in the prize and become entangled in the affair. Finally, one of the snakes kills the other, and instead of eating a small rodent, hits to eat a huge snake. The snake has found a tiny bird's nest in the tree and is moving towards the nest without any apparent defense. The snake soon devours this feeble tiny bird. The bird stands on the snake's body and grasps it firmly between its 2 feet. The bird pounces on the snake's head, impaling it with its razor-sharp tail ends as it tries to flee, but is unable to do so. The honey badger is one of nature's most tenacious little animals. Unlike other snake killers that try to avoid getting bitten, the honey badger faces the snake head-on and takes their venomous strikes like a champ. When the snake realizes that the honey badger is not backing down, it tries to flee the scene, but the aggressor pulls the reptile back and finally bites down on the snake's head, immobilizing it. The honey badger is guaranteed a reptilian lunch. A few predators will take on a python, and the honey badger is among that few. The badger spots a large snake on a tree and climbs after it. The snake is lethargic, and the aggressor capitalizes on this fact. It bites the larger adversary multiple times. It's ready to dig in, while its prey is alive and breathing. Honey badgers are thick-skinned beasts. I don't mean that they're unbothered by insults. They literally have thick skin, the thickest for any animal their size. A honey badger seen battling a python. When two jackals join in on the action, the once mighty python is now a prize to be won by the badger and jackals. Eyeing the meaty prey, the jackals attempt to steal the snake from the badger. So that's it for today. If you like this video, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching.